Welcome, CCA Ravens. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Arturo, and this is the Bird's Eye View.
Welcome to the first ever Bird's Eye View.
This will be a monthly show of CCA highlights and productions by our very own Envision Cinema.
With some added humor, of course.
Naturally.
For example, this week we're going to talk about getting high.
Naturally. Wait, what?
No, you're right. We're going to show a video about how one can get naturally high as opposed to unnatural means.
Huh?
Just watch the video.
My name is Cody Johnson. I don't use drugs or alcohol. Biking gets me naturally high. My sport is downhill mountain bikes by trade, but it's basically a time trial down a mountain, down a taped off course, and the person with the best time down the hill wins. I like downhill because it's 90% mental and 2% physical. You can do your hours training, work at the gym and ride, a bajillion hours a week, but if you don't have it down in your mind, your results will show. And when you come to raceway, you'll just mess yourself up. Because it is a kind of sport where you can just psych yourself out. I mean, you have one run. Everything comes down to Sunday. That's your bragging right. For me, mountain biking has, kept me away from drugs and alcohol because, being in a middle school where, it was very prevalent, drugs were just kind of escape, just get away from everything. I mean, it was not only healthy for me, and my mom encouraged it, but it just made me feel good. And, going fast and the air going and, this and that, seeing the cars and nature, it just really keeps you going and it makes you want to do it more and more and more. And drugs and alcohol, that just slows you down and makes it come less.
Here at Bird's Eye View, we will be tackling issues that teenagers face on a regular basis.
This month we will take a look at the sleepless and restless nights of CCA students.
I usually get about 3 hours to 4 hours of sleep.
On average, I get 7 to 6 hours of sleep.
I probably get about 7 or 8 hours of sleep.
I get about 8 hours of sleep per night.
Ask most high school students and they'll tell you, sleep is becoming less important. Activities such as Facebook, texting, and instant messaging are causing students to stay up later and later, taking away from their vital sleep. According to the National Sleep Foundation, 30% of teenagers suffer from sleeping disorder and over 80% get less than 8 hours a night. We talked to CCA science teacher Ariel Hawes, who majored in neuroscience, about sleep deprivation in teenagers.
A lot more than they're getting is generally the rule on how much sleep they need. They're usually not getting enough. The average for U.S. For a human, they say, I guess, is 8 hours. But most teenagers, the younger you are, the more you need. So you're talking, 9-10 hours to be adequately rested.
I had to switch out of my second period math class because I was having trouble, paying attention.
You can definitely see the difference in their ability to focus and to pay attention, how long they can do so.
I tend to doze off in class and not pay it as much as attention as I should.
There's a tie to a lot of diseases Increased rates of diabetes and heart disease are clearly shown with people that don't sleep as well or as much.
Even with first-hand knowledge of the negative effects of lack of sleep, students say they continue to deprive themselves. Haas tells us that this can cause decreased intelligence and less ability to pay attention and succeed in school. So how come students don't go to bed on time?
Homework, I guess. I'm an actor, so I just like memorize lines and stuff, so it keeps me up.
I have racing thoughts when I try to sleep at night, and things just go through my head, you know, and I'm just not tired.
Sometimes it's homework, sometimes it's work. I work late, and sometimes it's a combination.
It's a fine line to play with as far as how much homework to give versus how much sleep to let the kid have. And there has been some research done on homework amounts where anything less than an hour, something along those lines in older grades, and the students don't learn as much as if they were doing more than an hour. But then there's the limit too, and I want to say the limit is something like 2.5 hours or something like that.
Depending on the difficulty of their classes, students say it is not unusual to spend upwards of 3 to 5 hours on homework every single night. That, coupled with extracurricular activities such as sports and work, is one of the main reasons high school students say they are sleeping less and less.
Our next video is about the day in the life of a CCA techie.
A what?
You know, those people that set up backstage and everything.
Ah, yes, the little people.
Arturo, some people find that disrespectful.
Oh.
You may have seen one of these. One of these. And maybe even one of these. But we guarantee you haven't seen one of these. Underrated and often overlooked, the technical aspect of stage performances is something rarely seen by the public. And it's for a good reason. Nobody wants to see a stage technician working on lights, cues, or sound while a play is in session. But we thought we would shed some light on the subject. For one, because it is something many people don't know about, and two, because there's no play going on right now. To help answer some questions about theater technicians, we caught up with Becky Pierce, a theater technician for County Crest Academy in San Diego. First, we were curious, what does a theater technician do?
I have to make sure all the design elements are complete for whether it's a play, a dance show, music. So I have to make sure they have the appropriate lights, sets, costumes. I also kind of manage the theaters here, so anytime anybody needs to use the theater, I'm in charge of scheduling that, how much money goes into props, costumes, sets, etc. I try to pass the costuming off, but sometimes I have to do that too. And I'm always busy, except when I'm not.
As a theater technician, we're sure you've been through many performances. What was the most impressive show you've worked on technically?
Like one of the dance shows we did a kabuki drop, which is when something falls instead of flying out. And we just used binder clips, and people just pulled it down. I don't know if it was that cool, but it was cheap, and it worked for the effect we wanted in that scene.
Is money a big issue in tech theater?
Technically, the more money you have, the more amazing your shows are going to be. However, I mean, when you don't have money, you have to get really creative and come up with ways to do kind of cool things without having a lot of money.
We know that theater technicians are not supposed to be seen, but why do you think the actors get more recognition than you guys?
Because you don't see them. Our motto is, I'm a techie, you can't see me. The actors always get more recognition. I mean, in anything, even in film, your superstars are your actors. Pretty much because you see them. They have to look good or they have to look a certain way, and the techies don't have to look a certain way. They just have to have certain skills.
We hear that, Becky. Hopefully one day your efforts will be widely recognized in the performance world. Until then, keep up the good work.
Hey Arturo, I really like your shirt.
Oh, you mean this little thing, really?
Yeah. I mean, it'd be cooler if it had like a picture on it or something.
Oh, yeah. I guess that'd make it cool, but I think there's already someone at CCA who does that.
Yeah, your grandmother.
Yeah. I mean, no, besides her.
Oh, you mean that kid with the Facebook fan page?
Yes, but he's so much more than just a kid. He's Taylor Strumwasser.
So if you had to describe Taylor in 3 words, what would they be?
Loud.
He loves himself.
Cocky.
Amazing. Impressive.
Happy.
And smart.
First, I should mention that I could play any part in this play. I used this monologue in order to get into plays. I've used it for the 2 plays at CCA, and I've used it for nearly every play I've auditioned for. I need to get a new one, though. It's about time. I never heard of this play. Not that it matters. I can do opera. I participated in many plays. The first play I participated in was the Alice in Wonderland. I was the Mad Hatter. For all of you that are going to see that movie that's coming in whatever, how many months, go and recognize that Johnny Depp is the Mad Hatter, just saying. That means I'm good too. And I was actually in one professional play. It was called The Nerd, and that was probably the highlight of my career as an actor. Well, this is my monologue shirt with the one, the only Taylor Strumwasser. And on the back, it's still me, but now you have, You Know You Want Me. I wore it for a monologue, and ever since then, I kind of like the idea of wearing shirts of myself, so that's what started it, and now to this day, I have about 15 or 14 shirts of myself. What I recently have gotten, though, I call them 4th generation shirts, since this is like the 4th times I've ordered them, is my aquatic shirts. And my aquatic shirts are probably my most favorite shirts because I love the ocean. And like right now I'm wearing one of my favorite aquatic shirts.
It's funny, you go out in public and people are like, wait a second, that's you on the shirt. Yeah, if you can't love yourself, who can you love? And if you can't love your family, who can you love?
We decided that it's just really important to spend as much time with our kids while we can, and we're just trying to just enjoy our family as much as we can.
I watch over him, I guess I could say. Well, he's very oblivious, so if he doesn't notice something, I'll tell him, like, to watch out when there's something.
That was dumb.
Video games. Yeah, video games or watching a movie. Or eating.
Taylor at school is probably what I see. Very outgoing. I think he wears his feelings out on his arms all the time. He likes who he is.
I don't know what else I'd really like to be portrayed as, like, just as me, and whatever me is. I really don't want to put on an act for anyone. If I were to leave a legacy, the legacy I'd like to leave is my memory. I want everyone to remember me as the kid that wore shirts that was a little crazy at times and would do things that probably not every other kid would do. Oh my! Okay, I can be lifted.
All right, CCA, now on to more serious news.
Next up is the Raven Report, a special highlight on the athletics, academics, and arts at CCA.
Hello and welcome to the Raven Report. For CCA-TV, I'm Reed McCallum. In this month for academics, the varsity academic team finished 2nd place in the league and will be in the North County playoffs on April 22nd at Rancho Bernardo High School. The math team is currently ranked 3rd in San Diego County and 10th in the state on the California Math League. They also received 1st place in the San Diego County Math Field Day, and all 10 members won individual awards in their respective competitions. 4th place at the Stanford Math Tournament, 4th place in the nation on the Ciphering Time Trials, 8th in the nation on Team Scrabble, 4th in the nation on the Fall Startup event, and 8 students earned the distinction of taking the American Invitational Mathematics exam based on amazing scores on the American Mathematics competition. In the world of athletics, the baseball team started off the season with a record of 3-5. With some very tough games under their belt, the team is looking forward to a winning season and competing for the conference championships and CIFs. Also on March 24th, for the first time in CCA history, pitcher Matt Malott pitched a perfect game. The CCA swim team currently has a record of 2-1 and took 6th for guys and 9th for girls at the Mount Carmel Invitational, winning several gold medals and breaking several meet records. The golf team has a record of 4-2 with some key victories over SDA and LCC. Also important to note, this is the first time in history CCA golf team has ever beaten LCC. For art at CCA, theater did a collaboration with the San Diego Puppetry Guild and presented The Pied Piper. Music and art combined for Candid at the beginning of the month. Orchestra, wind ensemble, and choir performed on March 24th at St. Paul's Cathedral downtown in a major concert event. And next month, the Jazz Combos are traveling to compete nationally in Reno, Nevada at the Reno Jazz Festival. In film, Faith Vasquez's conservatory film, Mi Raza es Tu Raza, has been selected to play on March 21st, 2010 at the Portland Women's Film Festival Family Day. This has been a fantastic month in terms of academic, athletic, and artistic achievements here at CCA. Remember, if you would like your achievements featured on the CCA-TV Raven Report, please email us at ccatelevision@gmail.com. And now back to Arturo and Natalie. I'm Reed, and this has been your Raven Report.
Thanks, Reed.
You know, last week I went and saw Alice in Wonderland in theaters, and I thought this one part was really cool.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Well, last night I was watching Good Will Hunting, and Robin Williams did this really good job. I rented Titanic from the store last night.
I haven't seen it.
You know what? Cover your eyes, because up next is Spoiler Alert with Curtis.
Godzilla, the cult Japanese character that has engaged audiences all over the world, just may be heading back to the big screen. Legendary Pictures, the studio responsible for 300, The Dark Knight, and The Hangover, have acquired the rights to the film. It'll be distributed by Warner Brothers in 2012. Director Robert Rodriguez has confirmed that Spy Kids 4 will happen. Spy Kids 4, All the Time in the World, will be released by the Weinstein Company in 2011. Rodriguez, the writer and director of the first 3 films, had this to say: "It's different kids, not the old kids. That one's really cool, and I'll probably do that in the early part of next year, March or April." I even went back and pilfered my old, original, first script and found some ideas that I couldn't bring to life back then. He has also revealed that this installment, just like the last, will be in 3D. Quentin Tarantino has signed on to voice a Smurf in the new Smurfs movie. The Smurfs movie, to be released in 2011, is the first in a planned trilogy. Tarantino will voice Brainy Smurf, the smart one in the Smurf Village. Just like the Smurf movie, a Yogi Bear feature film is also in the works. Official stills of the characters have been released online. Dan Aykroyd will voice Yogi, while Justin Timberlake will voice Boo Boo. The film will be released on December 17th. Mark your calendars, because that's exactly 1 year after Avatar. Production has begun on Peter Berg's new film, Battleship. Based on the board game of the same name, the film will focus on a fleet of battleships fighting an unknown armada. Most likely aliens. That's from Peter Berg. That's what Peter Berg said. We actually have an exclusive sneak peek at the film for you. Enjoy this exclusive clip from the movie Battleship.
This is Weapons Bay Command Center.
I read you, Weapons Bay. What's your status?
We're under attack.
That's impossible. What does that mean?
It means we're going to have to exchange the launch codes over the air. We can't do it digitally.
What do you need me to do?
I need the coordinates of the attack, sir.
What if we don't know where they are? Won't we be firing blindly?
Yes, we will, sir, but we'll have to hit them back. I need the coordinates, sir. The coordinates, sir.
B5. Launch at B5.
Sir, I believe we've sunk their battleship. Battleship. Summer 2011.
If it wasn't already apparent to you, That was Kurt Russell and Josh Duhamel in the lead roles. This is Curtis for CCA-TV. Thank you for watching. Spoiler alert. They're making Hangover 2.
Next up is a short film made by Cinema Conservatory.
Every semester, Cinema Conservatory makes a few short films and submits them to film festivals across the country.
This video portrays the life of a blind person and how his friend takes advantage of their true friendship.
Hello, James?
How you doing, Dave? Sorry I'm late.
No problem, it's quite all right. Come on in.
Thanks. Thanks, Dave, for letting me come over. Appreciate having someone to talk to.
No problem. It's a little too quiet around here anyways. Feelings mutual. Sorry about your job.
A new job I can find. A new home. It's gonna be a little tougher to come by.
Uh-oh.
What?
Rats.
Rats?
Yeah, or something. There's something crawling around living in my house. I can't see what it is, you know, so it's hard to tell, but I'll get it dealt with. I'll call later to make sure everything's okay.
Okay, that's cool. Thanks for dinner, man.
Hey.
That cereal was awesome!
Anytime,
Yeah, all right.
anytime. All right.
I will see you later. Take
All
care.
right, take care. Hey, drive safe and everything, okay? All right. Hello? Hey, Susie. Fine, and yourself? Great. No, James? Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, same. His hairline's receding though. Yeah. Oh, your dog. Yeah, sure. I'd love to watch your dog this weekend. No problem. Yeah, bring him by anytime. Sure. All right. Bye.
Hello?
Hey, James.
Oh, hey. What's wrong, Dave? What's up, Dave?
Susie called.
Oh, yeah? How is she?
Yeah, she wants to know where you are. She says she's in the same predicament.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm out of town.
What?
I'm in Paris.
Paris? What are you doing in Paris? How did you get to Paris so fast?
I'm in Paris, Texas. It's a city in Texas, okay? I'm out here checking out the housing prices.
Oh, okay. How is it there?
It's dry and it smells.
Okay then. I guess I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Also, come here, boy. Also, come here, boy. Also, come here, boy. Also, come on. Come on, boy. Also, good boy. Good boy. Also, you want a treat, Also, you want a treat? I got a treat for you, Also. Here you go, Also. Here you go. Good boy, Also. Good boy. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What the? Oh! Hey, hey! Hey!
Did you hear something? Where? Just a second ago. I heard the sound of your voice just a second ago. How did that happen? It's going to be 5 minutes before we can go safely inside.
I think we owe someone a free fumigation.
What, Dad? No, you deserve to be.
Dave.
Were you living in my house?
I like to think of it more like a bed and breakfast kind of deal, you know what I mean?
Oh, you know, you could have just lived in my house if you would have asked, right?
Is it too late for me to ask?
Yeah, I think so.
Dave.
If there's anybody in my house, I want to know right now. All right, then. Be that way.
dictate every move you make. And when you find you, I'll be watching every step you. This is cool! If there's anybody in my house, I want to know right now. All right. Be that way.
Well, CCA, thus concludes our first ever bird's eye view.
Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Next time. Next time. Next time. Is that it?
Do I go? Okay.
No, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. I got it.
Should we say something about Reed with it or no?
Nah. He'll talk enough about himself.
Okay.
I was slurring because I wasn't
Okay,
sure.
next up is a short film. Go.
Okay. Next up is a short film made by...
Sinwick.
Okay. Next up...